Hey guys, in this video we're going to be checking out the performance of Real Racing 3 at different graphical levels on the Galaxy S4. So my viewers pointed me towards this app, and I've got to say thanks to all those viewers that did that. It's right here, it's available for free in the Play Store. I'll put all the links in the description. It's called Real Racing 3 Graphics, and it allows you to change the graphical settings of Real Racing 3, which you can't do within the app itself. So you've got low, medium, high, extra high, and all these other iPad settings, which I'm not going to mess around with. I'm only going to mess around with these. And we're going to check out how much of an FPS hit we get at different levels. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm going to leave the settings on default right now, and that is low. So that's kind of disappointing, but we'll leave them on default. And let's start up FPS meter. Here we go. So we've got the average and all that stuff right there. And then we'll start up Real Racing 3. Now, I will choose the same race each time I do this, so it'll be a fair test. And I'll skip this loading. Okay, so here we go, we're loaded up, and this is the race I'm going to do all my tests on right here. So this one is the one I will do everything on. You can see right now we do have an FPS, a minimum, maximum, and an average. Don't take that into account just yet because it's been doing loads of other crap that we don't need to take into account. We'll also turn up the volume so it's not just me talking crap. And yeah, so we'll read all this average, maximum, and minimum at the end, so that'll be a more fairer comparison. We'll just keep an eye on the top right hand corner for the FPS as we're going anyway. You can see right now I've got all my assists on. I haven't bothered to turn them off, so the game basically drives it all for me. And I am using touch controls because tilting is a bitch through the camera. So here we go. These are the lowest settings for the game. You can see right now the FPS is in the 50s, sometimes hitting the 60, as you'd expect for the lowest settings, right? Not bad, cut a little bit of the corner, but did a few. So what I'm kind of expecting on the lowest settings is definitely mid to high average FPS here. I'm looking at probably 52 average to 58 average, something like that on the lowest settings, but we'll find out at the end. If this gets a little bit too boring, I will skip it. So if it skips to a random point in the race, you know why. Some nice late braking, even though it wasn't me. So there we go, race complete, and I can tell you the average is 54, maximum 60, minimum 32. So pretty much what I expected for the low settings right there. Next up, we got the medium settings, and yes, I did close out the game and change the medium settings. You just have to take my word for it. You'll probably see it in the FPS. I'm not going to show you every time I change the graphical settings. So we'll do this race again right here. And like I said, this is medium settings, so we'll do exactly the same thing. And we'll just see if the average FPS at the end is different and the FPS as we go. So here we go. I can notice a difference in the graphics already. They do look a lot better than low, I can tell you that much. Let's see how much of an FPS hit we get. We'll turn up some volume as well. Okay, do it. Holy crap. So the FPS is definitely more in the 40s than it was in the last test. In the low test we were basically in the medium. In the medium we were basically in the 50s the whole way there. In this one we are definitely dipping into the 40s, but still good performance. Galaxy S4 can easily handle medium settings, so I'm not quite sure why it wasn't on medium settings to begin with. Still high 40s, low 50s right there. And these touch controls are either like all on, or like a complete turn or nothing. It's kind of difficult. So far we're averaging 48, which is lower, as you'd expect. It's lower than what we had on low settings, which was around like 53 or something like that, wasn't it? Okay, so there we go, and we've averaged 51 frames, a maximum of 57 it just had before I went into this, and a minimum of 24. So definitely lower. I think the maximum we had on low was 60, and the average was 54, 55. So definitely a lower average for medium settings, but not bad whatsoever. So the Galaxy S4 can easily handle medium settings. It doesn't need to be on low. So here we go. This is the last graphical test I'm going to do. I've put it on extra high. So this is basically the highest graphics you can get on this game. Again, we'll do the race we've been doing right now. Hit race. Here we go. Let's see how the Galaxy S4 handles extra high settings. Does look pretty sweet. Look at the FPS right now. We're in the 30s. So definitely lower already. Okay. So where are we? We're at 25, 30, 32. Definitely taking a big hit here. So we've obviously got a lot more shadows, a lot more dynamic stuff going on than we had in the last one. Dipped into the low 20s there. Does look awesome, this game on maximum settings though. I'm not sure how well that's going to come through on the camera, but it just looks a hell of a lot better. You get a lot more effects. Road looks better. The car reflects more on the back panels. It's just awesome. Really nice game. So just taking a quick look at the FPS right now, you can see we're averaging 33, maximum 39 and minimum 25. So we've taken quite a big frame hit compared to what we had on medium and low settings. As you'd expect, these are the highest settings for the game. I'll just say that again. And we're race complete. So we've averaged above 30. So once again, the Galaxy S4 can handle the extra high settings. If you want absolute buttery smooth performance, then go for medium or even high settings. Extra high still performs pretty well. Like I said, it was 33 on average, which is kind of like a 20 frame difference between what we had on medium. But you get a hell of a lot more effects and it looks a lot better. But what we can conclude is basically the Galaxy S4 can handle all the settings that you can throw at it. It can handle maximum settings. So if you want the best looking game, the Galaxy S4 can handle those. So yeah. Peace out.